Yeah, dude. I got those all the time growing up.
Dude, yeah.
Look at me. How many fucking titty twisters do you think I got in my
I
life?
got loads of
I got a
titty twisters.
ton.
I was thinking about this, like, dude, you could never. I used to give, like, my brother and I big titty twister guys, right?
Yeah.
Just classic.
You never did it on a woman, by the way.
No.
At least in my life. This never happened.
It
That would
was-
be, what's that called? Rape?
Yeah.
But no, I never did that.
No, I think there were, like, times when it was, like, it was an idea, like, what if we gave that girl a titty twister? It was like a what if.
Yeah, I guess, but I think most of you would be like, dude, what if that chick was naked? That's really, that's the actual
Yeah.
thought you're having. It's like, what
Right.
if I banged a
What
chick?
if we? Yeah, that's really what it is. Because you're like, what if we were sexualized beings?
Yeah. No, the ironic thing is that most of the titty twisters I ever got was from my sister, my older sister.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, 90% of them, yeah.
Well, now it's. I guess my point was, I remember when that was like everyone, like coast to coast, man. People were getting their
titties
twisted.
twisted. Yeah, for
So
sure.
It's funny now. It's just something I think about where I'm like,
It's got to
now-
still happen.
Dude, if my brother gave me a titty twister now, I'd be like, dude, that was kind of fucked up, man.
Yeah, because you're grown-ups, you psychopath.
Yeah, I
that's
know.
why it's fucked up, man.
But it's fun. Kids now can't be grabbing each other.
No, kids now
them.
do cocaine and molest each other at football games and shit.
Okay, I'm calling
They've gone
I'm
past
call-
titty twister, my dude. It's not that it's not socially acceptable. Kids now are like, that's just boring.
It's boring.
Yeah, I'm just gonna assault
titty
this kid
twister,
on campus.
Well, okay, but actually, I'm gonna call bullshit.
I call bullshit.
I'm calling bullshit on anyone that writes for
Vulture?
for a show. No, a show that
Variety?
is like high school. Like all
Yeah.
this, like, dude, I don't. I mean, I went to a Christian high school, but like, I never even when I was in high school, I never even saw weed. Okay.
Oh yeah,
I never even
not
saw
at
weed.
not at high school, I should say.
No, not in high
outside of
school.
high school.
Yeah, probably
No,
outside.
I'm literally talking like physically. Inside my high school, I never saw weed. But yeah, when I was in high school,
I
you
probably
see weed everywhere when
I-
you're out in the elements. You know?
Okay, all right, let's say in high, but I didn't even I wasn't even close to having sex in high school, dude.
No.
So whenever I see a
No.
high school show and
Who
everyone's
is?
on Molly and they're like all having sex with each other, I'm like,
Yeah.
no, dude. Kids in high school, a lot of times they're just like gross, man.
Yeah.
They look at each other and I think kids are more awkward. I just hate it when there's just like all these smooth.
Yeah, when kids are like, you can tell that they're actors.
That's what's
That's the
annoying.
thing. It's very hard to get kids who are like, dude, that's why Stranger Things is such a good show.
Yeah.
It's because the kids are good actors and they act like normal kids. But it's also set in Indiana in the 80s. So it's like, whatever. But yeah, right now, like I would say the image of kids on TV now is like crazy. I like the show Euphoria.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like
Sorry, if I didn't
I
say
don't
that.
okay,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
also
yeah.
remember that like Euphoria is kind of like it made headlines for being so kind of edgy. Like a show had not been like that.
Okay, there was that show Skins.
Yeah,
That was,
that's
like-
true.
but
That's true. They did go through the same.
You know
thing.
what? I think it's kids fantasizing about what high school could have been like or what high school should be like. Because it's just not.
It is. No, it is. It's fucking nerds in a writer room
Yeah.
who are like, how sweet would it have been if this
Yeah,
was my high
we would've
school?
Touched a titty in high
Yeah,
school.
dude.
and,
People are
like,
selling nudes to pedophiles online. This is not me. This is the show.
yeah.
Doing Molly, fucking banging each other at orgies at
Molly.
parties,
Dude, I
I
didn't
guess.
know what Molly
Fucking
was,
Me
dude.
neither, dude.
Dude, I remember
Because
Kyle
we were
Boyd.
wholesome
Yeah.
little boys.
I remember Kyle Boyd. He would talked about two people having sex. Like he talked about there being splooge in like an upstairs bedroom of his at a high school party.
Yeah.
And it was like,
You know that kid didn't get laid. You know that didn't happen.
I don't know. No. It was not his splooge though. And he was upset that it wasn't his splooge. He's like, if anyone's dispensing splooge,
Oh.
it should be my splooge because it's my
Ew.
party. Fair.
There's a lot of. How did that kid? Did he just spot cum? How hard is cum to see on anything
Dude,
if you're not? You
The
don't
point
know
is-
it's there,
my
right?
point- that's my point though. I mean,
I feel like we're glossing over kind of a
Right.
major deal. How did this guy?
the
anyway,
point is the story probably didn't even happen.
yeah, no, it didn't happen.
But even
I'm
the
getting too
idea of
excited.
it, we're all like, what if what if someone did have sex in a bedroom that we
Yeah.
know? What a scandal. It like turned me on thinking that someone could get into that much trouble, you know?
I mean, it's scandalous,
I know.
salacious.
There's no I'm calling, like, I can't, everyone's like, you watching Euphoria? Like, I can't.
I can't,
The world
yeah.
doesn't exist.
It's not a real. I bet that's what college or high school is like for fucking kids who live by my house on
You think
Fairfax.
so? I think they're awkward,
I feel like
too.
that's. I bet they are. Of course they are. But it's also Hollywood, and everyone here is a soul sucking demon. So like, yeah, like I definitely could see that.
You think,
Dude, Fairfax High School has to be like that. It has to
so?
be.
We should go to, I want to go to a party.
Or someplace like
Still standing by it.
we're rolling.
I want to observe. I want to observe. Obviously, I'm not-
Never have you ever nailed something into a coffin so hard. If they ever wanted to start a trial against us, we are
That is not.
dead in the water.
That is not the worst thing.
Yeah, you're right.
And I stand. I'm not even retracting what I'm saying. If you go to Fairfax High School and you watch the show and you're not mad because we always make fun of you, invite me to your party. I wanna. No, I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, like leave it there. But like all I'm saying is if you dude, if first of all, there are no kids in high school in general who watch this. There just can't be. There can't be. There's too many Logan Paul videos out there. They're pros.
Yeah.
Logan and
Oh,
Jake
true.
and they're the professional. Those are the people of Hollywood now. But yeah, kids nowadays, I don't know. They have to be fucked up. But the one thing that we can't agree on is that no matter what day and age it is, there's always going to be the super awkward, like political person, like who's like a kid in school that you can tell is like shilling politics for their parents.
Oh, that was me.
You were that person?
Yeah, to some degree. Yeah.
Dude, in what way?
I definitely was very Republican, but I was like the fear of the fear of God was in me, which turned into the fear of
Conservative,
democracy.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
Just being a
Democratic-
conservative. It's not even
liberal-
Republican. You're just conservative.
Yeah, liberalism. Yeah, so definitely, even now, what's crazy now, sometimes so my beliefs are entirely different. All right, I
Yeah.
basically call bullshit on everything because it just didn't add up. Like it didn't become true.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was big into honestly, man, until I was in college, I definitely saw like the Democratic Party as like the enemy.
That's
That's
kind of
sure.
wild.
Yeah, no, I totally.
That's
did.
kinda wild.
Until I was in college. Yeah.
There was a kid in my class. His name was Matt Murray, and his family were like all big like Bush supporters. This is how far back we're going. This is like we're talking about Bush too.
Yeah, dude.
And I remember the big story one year was that one year on Halloween, George Bush was hosting a rally at Great American Ballpark where the Reds play in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And so George W. Bush was coming there on Halloween, and then the big story was that everyone in class was saying, "Hey, yeah, dude, Matt Murray's parents, they gave him all a choice because they had like 7 kids.
Yeah.
'Cause they're weird, creepy ones. 2 of which were like guys that ended up like being caught for like stolen valor.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a whole other
2
story.
of them?
Yeah, kinda. One of
Wow.
them, dude.
One
Yeah,
family.
they're super conservative. Anyway, they were like, yeah, the parents apparently said you guys can go trick or treating and go to this George Bush rally, and they chose the George Bush rally, and I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, I got talked into like being hype on Bob Dole.
Yeah, dude. Bob
And-
Dole?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
dude.
God,
Yeah,
dude.
Bob
At least
Dole,
George Bush was
1996.
charismatic. 96? How old were you?
That was I don't remember. I mean, I could do
6?
math, right? 7. I was born in 89. So,
Damn,
yeah,
man.
no, it was like definitely Bob Dole was the good team.
Bob Dole.
Yeah.
I love the idea of a kid stumping for Bob Dole. You're
Yeah.
like, Bob Dole.
It was exciting though, because you just believe what you're told. So yeah, I was definitely.
Yeah, you're out there stomping shilling for Bob Dole.
Yeah,
You're
man.
like, I don't care if he was part of Iran Contra.
Yeah, no, I didn't even know.
I'm
Was he
cute.
part of it?
Yeah.
Any Republican
Who was part
Okay,
of it,
all
right? No. Dude, I remember one time I went trick-or-treating and this fucking family on my block, they gave me like a piece of shitty candy, and then they were giving every kid a flyer for like Steve Shabbat, who was like a Republican congressman.
Bad sell, dude.
Bad. And I remember my parents who, lean conservative, they're not like crazy.
Sure, yeah.
But they were like, this is fucked up. Like, you're a fucking parent giving your kid political not your kid, random kids political pamphlets. Dude, if I was a parent, I don't care who they could give me a flyer for Bernie Sanders, I'd be like, I'm not voting for him.
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
cannot push
your
politics on
fervor
Halloween,
cannot be
no.
matched by me.
No.
You're tarnishing the innocence of fucking kids by giving them political.
And I'm sure it was like meant to be a message sent back to the parents, but you know what? I'm gonna say equally fucked.
How many people were politicized for Bob Dole just by interacting with you? That's the question.
Oh, that's a good.
How many kids did you flip into
No,
you know.
because here's the thing. I was only in circles of fellow Bob Dole heads, dude.
Yeah, you guys
That
were
was
in a
the
small
echo
town in Indiana, so it's
chamber.
like, yeah, who
Yeah.
the fuck is gonna?
Yeah, that was it.
No one's gonna fight
it wasn't
that.
It wasn't affected. Bob Dole lost. Big loss.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he's too old too. You can't be like. You
He
can't,
was. So that's the funny thing now is that we're like every wandidate is like 65
Hey,
plus.
why are they so old, man? Why do we?
Dude, I really don't know. I don't understand. Everyone who's young looks stupid. Cory Booker's a fucking moron.
He's
Like
a
that.
moron, yeah.
He looks so dumb. Like he gets so he's like fake. He's just fake. I shouldn't say dumb.
He's phony, dude.
He's phony. He comes on there and he's like, I hate like grandstanding. I hate when like you
Mm-hmm.
see like a clip like fucking all in the wild on Facebook is like Cory Booker, all caps, destroys Republican
No,
senator
dude.
during hearing. And he's just like clearly had something prepped. Like he
Right.
was days like waiting to like pop out this big.
It's not a back and forth either, because that would throw him off. It's just kind of a monologue
Yeah.
of him talking.
Yeah. If I was ever getting grilled, those things are always bullshit, by the way. I know we'll play this, but those meetings are bullshit where they're like grilling someone because then it's literally just an opportunity, Republican or Democrat. Everyone down the line just gets to be like, oh, you have 2 minutes. They're like, when I
Right.
came to this country, like, oh my God, dude.
You got to, if you're gonna, but the thing is, if you got 2 minutes to go on your soapbox, you know,
I guess
then
you're going to take it.
You gotta, but the thing is, you can't be like, when my grandfather came, you gotta cut right to the ownage, dude. You gotta attack. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I hate it when they just they try to, that's what Cory Booker does. I was watching the DNC last election.
Yeah.
And I was like, this guy's gonna run for president next time. And it's just, he's so like, America's the best place.
Yeah.
We all love each other and my parents were immigrant. And I'm like,
Yeah.
but
people stab each other at Golden Corrals. Okay,
Yeah, people-
we're not that great. Like, why? It's almost like I hate politicians because I don't respect anyone who's willing to stand up for most of us.
I just want to hear some
We don't deserve
Yeah.
to be stood up for. We really don't.
I want to hear someone just start their speech with 5 people were stabbed in Golden Corral, Missouri.
Yeah.
Then I'm like,
yeah. I'm like,
all
whoa.
right, now
Okay,
we're
bud.
talking
I'm on
about
board.
things
I'm on
that are
board.
relevant. Yeah.
Dude.
You want to watch this?
Yes.
This thing
Okay, so I
fucking
came
dies,
across
so.
this today. I'm sure everyone's seen this 10,000
Yeah, I've
times
seen
already,
this,
and you're already
yeah.
jaded and hated.
I've got
and
thoughts.
You don't know what you're standing for anymore.
I'm a MAGA kid. I'm a MAGA kid. I'm here to blow up the liberals' lids. School shootings, pedophiles, and vaccines. Today it is really hard to be a teen. Now listen
This-
up, Greta. This message is for you. We are warriors of God, and we're praying for you. How dare you? How dare you? Spread fear with your ego, but the truth is where we go. Our human rights come from God, not government. Brainwashed puppet, you were sent. You liberals act really, really strange, but MAGA kids are now in the game. Unity and peace is our prize. We hold our president way up high. Like an eagle, we will take flight. In God we trust. MAGA kids fight. In God we trust. MAGA kids fight.
Oh my God,
All right.
dude.
What are your thoughts, man? I saw this.
There's a lot of pull it. Don't
Wait.
go away. We
you
gotta talk about
Okay.
it. Listen, I can't imagine how uncomfortable it must have been for the parent to film that. Like, the parents filming that, it was their idea. It was them
Yeah,
being
they're
like,
proud.
yeah, that poor girl had no interest in. She doesn't have any thoughts, dude.
I've been this girl.
I know you have, and that's why it's scary. Like this, and first of all, here's the cornerstone of like, first of all, this is why white people shouldn't rap. It's because they're trying to put too many words in it. She's like
Oh, yeah.
stumbling.
No
She's
flow.
like, kids too strut, liberals, you're bad. Greta, you can fuck off. Like,
The worst, you can tell when someone hasn't rapped, and if you are trying to rap and you follow this type of cadence where you're like, ba 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 da 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 ba ba da 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 da, it's if you have that, it's this one particular rhythm where you just break a word apart that shouldn't be broken apart.
yeah.
But she's a child.
Yeah, that's why this is so
forget-
sad.
she's
She's
just
such a
being
child.
creative.
The funny thing is that, dude, in 3 years, she's gonna be chaining herself to a redwood in front of a fucking bulldozer,
sure.
screaming,
Yeah.
throwing like used tampons in the street or something like that.
Absolutely. I think- yeah.
That will happen. That's the irony of these like
She'll go to
pro.
a state school for sure.
Yeah,
Or
that's the
some weird
irony
liberal arts
of.
school that's like, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
not a Christian
really
school.
listen. She's gonna rebel,
Yeah.
and when she does, or option B,
Yeah.
option B. Let's just assume this girl has a couple horses. We can assume that much. She's got horses, right? She's gonna be full in like for life. Like you think? Like I don't know. Maybe she could. You think she's a lifer? Size her up. What do you think?
I think it's crazy. I don't think.
Fuck, sorry.
I'm a
don't-
MAGA kid. I'm a MAGA kid. I'm here
I
to
don't-
blow the
Do you wanna
rebel
play it
slate.
again?
Yeah, just let it roll.
Trials and vaccines. Today it is really hard to be a teen. Now listen up, Greta.
Okay, so
All right.
What? First
Well,
of
let
all,
me
what is
tell
this
you.
fascination
I wanna-
with Greta,
I
dude?
wanna-
Like it's.
Wait, you have to. I have to. I think. I say lifer. By the way,
You think lifer?
I think so. There's a certain like.
I wish I
You can see
knew.
a zealot when you can see someone that's. You can see someone that's wavering on their ideology, and this. I think she's buying in. I also don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think she's gonna be opening her mind anytime soon. That's just a thought. I could. be wrong.
No,
I'm
no,
not super
no. Of course not.
confident, But,
No, she's not. She's not going to be gaining any new perspectives anytime.
but I don't have any ill
soon.
will toward this girl. She seems like a sweetie. She just kind of misled.
I don't
think she has any.
I don't hate her, but I
Yeah.
feel really bad. Like
feel bad
I
for
feel it like really hurts. It like breaks my heart to see parents like destroy their kids' innocence by turning them into puppets for like a cause. Like I truly cannot understand. Like I really do think if I was a parent, if my kid like naturally got way into Trump, I'd be like, fucking get ready to die on this hill, bud. Like I'll let you. I ain't backing you. But I was like, I'll let you be whoever you want. I just want you to be yourself. And if
Yeah.
you're a racist alt-right fucking 8chan scrolling
yeah.
little bitch like this, so be it. Listen, I'll got your back as long as you're not hurting other people, but
Yeah,
it's going to be a long road for you is all I'm
That's-
saying.
I would if there's something about that if my kid just turns into like a guy that I don't like. You know what I mean? If your kid just turns into here's a mind fuck
Mm-hmm.
for you. I thought about this cuz my family's pretty religious and they're big into it, and I thought about what if my son gets very religious. And I think this would be so
Yeah.
weird if he connects with like my family, my nuclear family right now.
It kind of
or-
boxes you out.
Yes, I've thought about that. Like, what if they kind of like, oh
Yeah,
he, like,
that's a good-
But he's like an independent thinker, and he just comes around to being.
That's why you got to just get your kid to like when they're real young, get them to like see have them watch a dog get put down or something. Like shake it out early. Have
I
them
don't know
witness
if
a
that's
car
gonna fit.
crash
I don't
or
necessarily. That might have them come around to something. You know what I
you
mean?
think? How do
I
you
think
get a
so.
kid? How do you get a kid to subconsciously not believe in God?
Well, that's the
I guess you
thing,
could have.
though. That's dude. I
Jesus.
No.
Okay.
Well. Yeah.
Oh my
wait.
God.
Abuse him.
That
how?
was so. I'm not.
You're like, how could we do that? Oh, we'll abuse.
That dude.
We gotta cut
that is getting cut out. Like, there's no way.
Why?
No, that can't.
You're joking.
No,
You
oh
weren't
my
even
God.
using-
No, that's getting. I'm just getting beeped. It's getting beeped. It's getting beeped.
Well,
it's not
okay.
because I don't think it's funny. It's because I don't think that you guys are fucking cool. So
Well, abuse is like a very stretchy word.
One can
It's a
defer.
word because there are things like people are like, okay, when someone says, "Yeah, I was," just a lot of verbal abuse. I was abused. You weren't abused.
No, wrong. You're victim blaming here, bro. That's not
No!
cool. I'm calling your
If
ass
you're-
out.
All right, I'm
Verbal
standing-
abuse is a
I'll
real
die
thing.
on this hill.
That's because you
I
grew up as a
agree.
fucking great little Bob Dole
Okay,
Bush
here's
house where
what it is.
everyone
No, if someone's
they
like,
just psychologically
if someone-
tormented
if
you
I was
instead
like-
of
if
physically.
I was abused as a child, and I'm like, oh wow, like your dad like beat you, and like, well, verbally abused. I'm like, that's different.
It is okay. Listen, it is different, but they're both very bad.
One's
It
worse.
is, of course, one's worse.
Okay, good.
Of course, I'm
We're
not
on the
out
same
there
page.
saying it's the same. Listen, but it is very bad, and it should not be. It should be taken seriously.
We've talked about this because remember, I'm actually on that train because I remember Joe Mixon. We talked about this on like a podcast years ago.
Yeah,
But
dude.
or even the bus driver, that's what it was. If someone's yelling, because I don't know what it's like to have a racial slur yelled at me. All right,
Yeah.
I don't know, but it has to be. I've been verbally abused. I'm not saying it's not a real thing, but I've been there to the point where I've been provoked and my energy is so high that it's made me think, oh, this is about to get violent and I'm about to start the violence because I've been so Like my body's at a point where it's like, hey man, fight somebody because you're being attacked.
Yeah.
So I think when people are like, well, she was just yelling at him, I think there's like, well, you can yell at someone enough to just be like, bitch, you getting socked, man.
Listen, yeah, I guess, but at the same time, I don't know, man. I guess it's just different people because I can't ever imagine. I could never be like, I legitimately think like the only thing that would make me mad enough to be able to like physically hurt someone is if they like attack someone I loved like in front of me.
True.
A friend,
Yeah.
a girlfriend, parent, family,
Same.
whatever. That's the only thing I could see myself blacking out and just,
Right.
getting in there,
That's true.
But-
Me too. That's something I'm like, I'll actually.
But not like in a personal altercation with me, unless dude, even if someone hit me in the face, I'd probably be like,
Yeah,
bye.
well,
I would
think-
run. I'd be like, I'm not doing this. It's just stupid. If you stick around because like your own pride to like kick
Yeah.
someone's ass, you're a fucking fool. You're a
No.
buffoon. Like,
Okay.
get the fuck out, punch him in the dick and run away. You don't have honor. Fuck you.
Well, here's what I'm saying. I think a lot of times in these situations, where I've been yelled at to the point where my body is telling me to like hit someone.
Yeah.
That's like your biology to like defend yourself. And I've been in situations where I couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
I couldn't flee.
Yeah,
you
you're
know?
stuck.
But I mean,
I've been there.
I've felt it recently where I was like, yo, it's like when you get bullied, like I'm a pretty calm guy. I let things go. I don't let things get to me. But sometimes you get put in situations where I'm thinking, oh, I can't go. And the walls are closing in.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, that is a very real feeling that like sometimes you get claustrophobic just from like words,
A situation,
like in
yeah.
volume and screaming.
Yes.
You can feel like the air get thicker,
Right.
and then like listen,
Hard
I'm
to breathe.
not denying you. I know me personally. I'm a lover, not a fighter, bitch.
My fuse is shorter than yours because I can
You
get
seem like a
there.
pretty patient dude, though.
Yeah, but here's what it is. When someone's trying to provoke you, that'll trigger me.
Oh yeah,
That's what it
so
is.
you let it get to you.
There are times.
See, that's different because like when I know someone's trying to provoke me, it makes it that much funnier. Where I'm like, Jesus, like you're seriously like, there's nothing that's like more embarrassing than being caught like trying to socially manipulate someone. Like being caught
To
like,
bully.
yeah, to
Yeah.
being like, oh my God, you're like trying to make me feel bad because you hate yourself. Like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Yeah, you can pretty much instantly stop a bully if you just
One
say,
time a kid,
just say, "Are you bullying me?"
dude, one time a kid, tell me if this is fucked up.
Okay.
One time a kid came out to me. I was standing outside of a movie theater with my buds. I was like 13. And I was like, I was a weird, like little punk, not like full on punk, but just like shitty little Hot Topic
Wannabe.
kid. Yeah, I wasn't like I wasn't fucking out there in the Black Parade or anything
Right.
like that, listening, rocking an Atreyu shirt and some like black bondage with
Oh.
a fucking ICP necklace.
I had
and
the
a couple
Atreyu shirt. I had that part of the
Yeah, I
outfit.
know. I never really went that far. I had like the Doors, Led Zeppelin,
Oh, okay.
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
I
Was
know you're
more
right.
like a classic rock kid. But either way, I was at the fucking movie theater. I was at the Springdale 18 Cinelux, and I'm sitting there with my friends we're just standing in the lobby outside of a movie, and this little kid comes up to me like he's like a little cool dude, fucking for sure a Trevor.
Okay.
For sure a Trevor.
Yeah.
Or no, what was his name? God, it's been
They're
so
all the
long.
same.
No.
Well, when I think it's like a Travis.
Travis.
yeah.
God damn it. That's like
Yeah,
our
yeah,
only
yeah.
running joke. All right. This kid was for sure Travis, but he was more like a preppier Travis.
Okay.
So probably not actually like a Travis, more like a Tyler. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a real preppy.
Skylar?
No, that's a girl's name.
No, Skylar's a boy's name.
Fucking
Yeah.
Breaking Bad begs to differ.
Braxton?
Too preppy.
Dude, all right.
Dial it back.
This is tough.
Dial it
I don't
back.
know,
He's
name.
basic. He's more basic than he is rich.
Okay.
That's why we went Tyler.
Gotcha. All right.
Ryan.
More basic than he is for age.
Ryan. Kiefer.
Ooh.
Kiefer? No, because our no kid's actually named Kiefer.
I know a Kiefer. Anyway.
Really? You
tell
know a
the story.
Kiefer?
I do, yeah.
Which Whole Foods does he manage?
I'll have to ask him.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him in a long time. I don't know. It'd probably be faster just call up a couple of Whole Foods.
Kiefer. Yeah.
What's the
anyway,
story? Yeah.
anyway, so I'm standing outside this lobby of this movie theater, and this kid comes up to me. He's in like a preppy group of friends, and he runs up to me. He's like, "Hey, dude, where'd you buy your shoes?" I had some like white checkered, or no, I had green Chucks. I had green Chuck Taylors. Whatever, dude. Listen, I was a little fat pig.
Yeah,
all right, I was a
yeah.
little fat. That's what was going on. I
Yeah,
was wearing, that'll get played.
Yeah.
I was wearing green Converse. And this kid runs up to me. He's like, "Oh, where'd you get those shoes?" And I was like, I just kind of like I didn't even say anything. Like
Yeah.
we all just kind of stared. He's like, "Oh, who?" Like he was trying to make a joke about my shoes, but it wasn't landing.
Oh,
you know
he
what I'm
was trying
saying?
to diss him.
He was trying to burn me, but he was like
Oh.
so retarded that he couldn't even like get a burnout.
yeah.
He was just stupid enough. He was just like, "Where'd you get those shoes?" And I was like, "What?" And like I didn't even say what. We were all silent. But here's what happened. He kept like trying to burn me. He kept trying to be like,
Was
I
he
s-
a friend of yours?
"No, just this
He
random
joined
kid,
the
just
group?
random kid."
Oh, okay.
He's like, "Where'd you get those shoes?" Like kept trying to say it, and I was just like this. And finally, like in a split second, I started pretending to be deaf, and I was like, and I just didn't address him. I was like, "What?" And he's like, "I said, where'd you get those shoes?" That was like, "Would you get them in a trash can?" That's what he said. He's like, "Did you get them in a trash can?" And I was like,
Oh,
I did this, and he was like, "Oh," and he like just turned around, and his friends were all like,
his friends were like, "Dude, you just got dished."
"Yeah,
You
it
just
was
got-
bad. It was bad."
You got it. It's whatever you're doing, and if you're attacking someone in that
I was,
way,
dude, I was there with my buddy, Alex Warnke. It was just me and him. I'm like trying to recollect this memory.
right?
But his joke didn't land. It was weird. Either
But
way.
it's like whoever's the fool. It's like who's gonna be the fool?
I don't know if I won in that scenario or if he did. You know,
No.
I feel like maybe his friends knew what happened. Maybe they didn't.
I feel like usually you know when who won. You know who got the best of who.
I feel like I got him then. Because like I didn't leave there being like, "Oh no, are my shoes lame?" Like,
you didn't feel insecure at all.
no.
No, yeah.
And I was very insecure.
Yeah,
so
I
that
was
means
insecure about it. I remember a girl told me my shoes. I had these like Puma. Do you know those like Puma? They're like
Oh,
the
God, that's a tough
Cortez
look
of
to
Puma.
nail.
Yeah, and I had like I remember I bought these shoes, and then I remember regretting them because I didn't like them. And I remember Amber Coleman said to me, this girl that was in the grade above me, she said, "Joey, those shoes are so ugly." And I just remember thinking like, yeah, they are. Like I didn't even defend myself because in the back of my head I knew I had got them and I regretted them and they didn't go with anything I wore, and she
Yeah.
those shoes are ugly, and I wasn't even.
it's almost like a relief sometimes because it confirms like you're just like stuck when you have a look that you know like isn't that good. You're stuck in this constant state of like, do I look stupid? Do I look
Right.
cool? Am I breaking ground? Am I being another fucking loser? Like, who
it-
am I? Where do I stand?
was
Like,
this too much of a reach?
it's just
Yeah.
like a constant flow of
Right.
insecurity, heroin shooting
Right.
into your body. And then you're just like, "Ah, is this lame? Is this lame?" And then finally someone comes by and he's like, "Hey, you look gay as hell." You're like, "Oh my God.
I thought
Woo!
so. Thank you.
Thank you.
for-
I will burn these."
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. No, I don't even think. I think they're just. My mom bought them for me. You know. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I guess I'm.
Yeah,
wearing
that's the
them.
cool thing about
Yeah.
being a kid. You can always be like, "Dude, my mom bought it for me," and they're like, "Oh, well, that's lame." You're like, "Well, I'm poor."
No, see-
so
Yeah.
you want to fucking step back,
It's
Stephen
these-
Heiss,
These Pumas for the rest of the
fucking
year.
bougie cunt.
That was, dude. I remember when I was a kid getting new school shoes. I remember one year my mom was like,
So
"You
sick,
got-" she was
so
like-
sick.
Yeah, she was like, you got shoes in the spring, so you can't get new shoes." But I'm like, I remember thinking, this is how this went through my head. I remember thinking, but I need new kicks because, or people will think I'm.
Mom, I
will
gotta look
think I'm
fresh.
poor.
What are you doing, you bitch?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, it's
I need to get these etnies.
I need something. Oh, but the dude, and it was, you needed some etnies, you needed some Airwalks, you needed some
Yeah.
Adidas. Because if you came in with some like faded glories,
Yeah.
It wasn't
Oh my
even-
God. You might
nobody
as
would
well
even-
just suckle ride. Like, get yourself,
yeah,
kill yourself at the school.
Yeah.
You know, if you're coming with some faded glory,
dude. But that was, it was like, there was like new school clothes and you would show them off. But now I think back on it, I'm like, how stupid.
Yeah.
But
I luckily, I kind of went around this because I went to Catholic school, so we had a uniform.
Oh,
but
yeah.
we were allowed to pick our shoes, obviously.
Okay.
And like, that's kind of where I went wild.
well, yeah, what were you rocking?
Oh, dude, let's go down the line. So, like, when I started I probably got like Vans first, right? Just some
Oh,
basic Vans. But then I was like trying to be a fucking individual because I thought I was cool, and I was
Yeah.
like, dude, I'm like the artistic one. So I got like green Chucks, and I had some like black and white checkered Vans, which are back now. Apparently, I see chicks wearing that
Those
shit all
are
the
hot.
time.
Yeah.
Black and white checkered Vans, definitely some shitty etnies, some like bad like all black etnies. Like
Oh,
it's
okay.
like all black. black
Yeah,
sole,
with
black gum.
puffy shoes.
Yeah, like
Okay,
dude,
yeah.
that was the cool shit.
Yeah.
Was if you had skate shoes where the fucking like lip
Yeah.
was puffy. And
Yeah,
like,
but you-
the bigger the
yeah.
better, dude.
And yeah.
The bigger the
I
better.
had a pair of globes. They're Chet Thomas
Yes,
globes,
dude.
and they were so. And you didn't tie them. You know, you tie a shoe tight, you like grab,
No.
pull, right?
Yeah.
But these were just like you left them as big as possible, and then you just tie the ends like little booby tassels.
Yeah,
on
and
your
then
shoes.
so they're wide and they barely stayed on, dude.
Yeah.
I had some of those. What I had another one. God, what was the other brand I had? Fucking, they weren't Macbeths.
Adios.
Yes, dude. Yes, I had a pair. I remember that was the fucking coolest day because Bam Margera was like my favorite
Oh,
skater.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, dude, the day I feel like I saved enough money to get some like Adios, and they weren't even like the good Adios.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
They were,
I
like,
got
the base
those,
models,
and
yeah.
yeah, dude, the little lip is that the tongue, right?
Tongue,
the
yeah.
tongue, dude.
Fat
Thick as fuck,
Yeah.
thicker than my dick actually at the time. Easy, way more girth. I'd be like rocking those, dude. They were barely on my feet at all times.
Yeah.
And like, dude, one thing I had was like, you know, these were a very
Wait,
brief,
did you skateboard?
unfortunate. Yeah, I tried, but I
Okay,
was
same.
shitty
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
fat, so I couldn't do a trick. I'd always, the weight balance was just never gonna get it right. So like, I had the ones like the shoestrings that were like not traditional shoestrings. They were like kind of like elastic.
Yeah.
And like they go through there and then they kind of like, you can't even pull it out. They just like stick snug. God damn it.
coily
If I can,
ones?
yes, the coily ones.
Yeah.
If you, I swear to God, dude, when I edit this podcast, it's going to be a picture of it so big because I can't describe how that.
Yeah, they're just little coils that stick
Yeah,
out.
little
like
coilies.
springs.
Yeah, little coilies.
Yeah.
Dude, I had those on my audios when I was like wearing that and like
Oh, yeah.
fucking get, you know,
I don't know if I
get a
got.
Slipknot t-shirt.
Yeah, do you think I had.
Sick. And I'm like, how did no one fuck me? This is crazy.
That's interesting. I don't even know. I don't know who I was dressing for because sex was not on the table. It wasn't. I could have worn anything. There's no outfit that anyone would have had sex with me in middle school. You know?
Yeah, I guess, but when you're in like middle school, you don't really dress to get laid. You dress
why
like
did we dress like
you
that?
just dress to emulate the things you like, right?
yeah,
so like
that's
I was into skateboarding, so like not even just skateboarding. I should say
Culture.
I was into Tony Hawk.
Oh, okay,
I was
yeah.
into Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Right,
That's what I
yeah.
was into, and everything that surrounded it. So like. Yeah, you catch me rocking some Etnies with some not Faded Glory, weren't that trashy, but more like Arizona. I definitely had a bunch of Arizona jeans.
JCPenney, yeah.
JCPenney. Arizona are good jeans. Arizona makes jeans for people who are in a Catholic worker house. You know what I mean?
you gotta explain that.
Like,
What's
was-
a Catholic worker house?
like one of those like rehab places. It's not technically rehab. It's like a Catholic.
What is that?
That was such. Maybe one person will laugh at that, and I'm
What's
okay
a
with
Catholic
that.
worker house?
Dude,
is it
this
a sober
is a big
living home?
Yes, that's what I should have said. A sober
it?
living home.
Okay,
yeah,
yeah, for sure.
dude. The Arizona jeans, the official pants of the
Of a sober living home? I want to know what a Catholic workhouse is, though. Like,
Dude.
how is it? It's just for like a sober living.
There was
for
a place
Catholics?
called a Catholic worker house directly across the street from my sister's old apartment and over the Rhine. That's what it was called. I guess no. Sometimes you just learn. There goes the light. That's how it's going to look the rest of the episode. So,
This is what you get.
no, a sober living home. Yeah, that should be. Arizona makes jeans for people in a sober living home.
That's fair. I had Arizona jeans. The thing,
This is so fucking shitty. This is such a shitty way to be a human, but it's true, dude.
That's what I rock. Though JCPenney's was classy for me, though.
JCPenney was classy.
You could get Junkos
Jinkos
there.
weren't really classy, but they did.
No, yeah,
You,
but they were.
you wore dude, and there was a brief period of time where like if you rocked Jinkos and it was like cool.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, it's kind of past its prime. You're a
Yeah.
little trashy. You
Right.
caught on late.
Right. There was a time where
When
that was the
Jinkos
brand.
were
Yeah.
like there,
Right.
like they had risen. My dude, you walk out in a fresh pair and you got like a fucking
Yeah.
red frog on your ass or something. It's like
yeah.
rolling dice and like smoking a blunt.
That was it. It was
Yeah.
like a electric
Dude.
eel that's
Yeah.
like fingering someone.
Yeah.
with its hand.
Like an electric eel fingering fucking Betty
There
Boop.
was not. There was nothing. I was just gonna go for
An
it. I'm like,
electric
that was
eel?
not
No,
anyone's
not
pants.
even Betty Boop, dude. Something more like worse than that. No, dude, it's like an electric
Tweety
eel.
bird?
No, it's like an electric eel fingering like a cartoon of Carmen Electra or something. Like that was the inspiration for
It's at J.C. Penney's. Like,
yeah,
guys,
like, how
you
is
can't
the kids
sell
aisle?
This is for children. It's a size 20 waist with pornography on it.
Yeah, dude, I can't do. I saw so many shirts like that at the mall. I'd be like, you'd see a shirt and you're like, I know that like Warner Brothers did not license the characters to be
Yeah.
used in this. I saw
That
one.
was
I saw
there was like
one
a
time, it
stripper
was like-
Tweety or something.
Yeah, stripper Tweety was a common one.
Yeah.
I saw one once, which was like Jessica Rabbit from like Who Framed
Oh,
Roger.
yeah,
so she was
dude.
like bent over, like asshole, basically wearing a thong, and it was like the Tasmanian devil was like holding this.
yeah.
I was like, these two universes aren't even like colliding. Like, how did they license
That's
it?
the nice thing about copy infringement. It doesn't matter. And you
Yeah,
can make
you
them
can
do
make
gross stuff. to
Yeah,
each
you
other.
have Peter Griffin fucking shitting on Marge Simpson's head or something. You know?
Yeah, man.
They don't
sue
care.
me. Come after me. Man.
Yeah, dude, get a couple. Yeah. Whew.
Dude, speaking
What a
of that,
trashy way to grow up, man.
Did you ever? I remember in college. Okay, what's the type of person that wears like a naked woman on their like a T-shirt with a stripper on it? You know, I remember there was a guy.
Someone who's been molested.
You think so?
Yeah.
it's got to be. Yeah,
Yeah. There's way you don't carry that kind of sexual energy without some darkness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't just be like. Because here's the thing, most normal kids grow up. I'll say boys, because that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Here. You don't ever see a dude. If I saw a chick, oh my god, if I was in middle school and I saw a girl come up wearing a naked lady T-shirt, I'd be like, "Are you homeless? Like, did your parents lose the
Yeah,
house?
you were raised by wolves.
Yeah, you're out on the street.
Yeah. Because that is there are certain behaviors I see in men, like wearing a naked lady T-shirt, right? You see that and you're like, I know that guy. I know exactly where he
Yeah,
came from. Where he's
yeah.
like, but if you see a woman wearing that same T-shirt, you're like, that's danger.
Yeah,
This
that's
is-
like she's rabid.
Yeah,
She's out there. She's feral.
right.
Like,
I don't even know how you got to that point where you. Put
but
that
dude,
shirt on.
the dude who wears the naked chick T-shirt is also just as bad because, and here's the thing, they wear them in the most inappropriate settings.
Oh yeah.
It's not like you go to a movie and you're like, whatever, that guy's just an asshole. It's like the dude wears it at like a church festival and you're
Yeah.
like, come on, dude. Like, we're all here with our fucking parents eating corn. Are you shitting me? And he's wearing like a fucking shirt. Again, it's like Jessica Rabbit with her fucking
Right.
tits out or something like that. And it says something like bad to the bone.
Yeah.
You know, or
in
like,
fairness, Jessica Rabbit kind of already had her tits out in the.
yeah,
in
well,
the
let's not go
original.
into how much they're sexualizing fucking cartoon characters.
It's always like Lola Bunny with no shorts on.
Yeah, that was a big in the black community.
Was
It's weird
it?
that Lola Bunny was kind of there, but like in my world, it was a lot of Betty Boop and
Oh yeah, dude,
dude. I know that
I got
sounds
some
fucked
stuff,
up
yeah.
if you just heard that, but you fucking know that's true.
It is
Look,
true.
that dude. When it comes to sexualizing cartoon female characters, white kids always were doing it with like Betty Boop or like
Yeah.
Jessica Rabbit. You know.
yeah, Lola Bunny.
Lola was way
yeah,
more
dude.
in the black community. I didn't make the rules, but like that's just how it was. At
Oh,
least where I grew up, man.
I remember. Okay, it's. I don't want to go down this way, but I remember Esmeralda.
Bro, we're talking about sexualizing cartoon
Yeah,
characters.
Esmeralda in Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Dude,
Okay.
So she's a gypsy, and
Yeah.
I just remember thinking like, dude, she's so hot, and I remember thinking
It is weird.
gypsy just meant hot girl.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's what I associated with. She had her like midriff showing and stuff.
Yeah.
She had like dark skin. I was like,
No, there's no doubt that they were trying to sexually arouse
and
children.
They did.
They did because they know that if they can arouse them, they're more malleable.
You think
And then-
so?
Yeah, for sure. And
that's-
then they get you all stoked up on the movie because there's some hot fucking drawing in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, dude, can you imagine being? I don't.
Well-
Well, how do you get turned up? Like, dude, there are people out there who like that's their thing is they get off the fucking.
Dude, that's why I keep
Cartoons.
my like sex, like any sort of like with pornography or anything. I usually just stick with what I got in here because
Yeah.
I'm afraid of going down.
You don't want to
the road.
open the gate.
I don't want to lose myself in the hole.
Yeah,
You
you, don't
know?
want to open the gate.
I want to be tethered a bit.
No, that's fair. Listen, I'm not saying I recommend people are going out there looking at cartoon porn, but it is out there.
Right. But
everyone kind of sees it and we're like, that's weird. But then you're like, wait, why do I keep seeing it? Is it more popular than I thought?
Oh, dude, but that's the thing. But then it's like, here's the thing. It will eventually you'll be like, that's all I'm into. And then no woman, you'll be like, I'm not even into you. I can only get off to.
I had an idea. I had a really fucked up idea for a movie once.
Yeah.
It's about this, dude. Like, because here's the thing. If you get off on cartoon, here's the thing. I know this for a fact. If any man who's like gets off to cartoons, they're going to become the best fucking artist on the planet.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're going to be like, they're like, all I got to do is draw. I can draw my fantasy.
Yeah.
Like, imagine being able to create the porn. Like from scratch that got you going.
You don't gotta wait for it. Just like whenever you get the idea,
dude,
you can
I firmly believe this. If you know anyone who's like a cartoon comic drawer or in school for that, stay the fuck away from them, dude. They got demons. They're trying to draw it out of them too. Literally, no pun intended.
Yeah, no. Anytime if they're just like manic about their craft.
So yeah, the idea was like a movie of like a guy who was like a real creep. This will be like a horror movie.
Okay.
A guy who's like a real creep and he just like gets off the drawings and he basically becomes like the best artist in the world because he wants to be able to draw paintings to get off to, but like keeps the secret inside. And then eventually he's like well regarded for his art and they're like, this is so amazing.
He's just painting like hypersexualized stuff.
That like gets him off and people don't understand it.
That's such a weird. That's like
it's a weird movie. I probably shouldn't have shared it, but
the premise is
not like I'm
so
fucking making
specific. It's like, how do you build an entire narrative around that idea? You know what I mean?
I tried.
Okay, did you try to write it?
I tried to write it. It was pretty creepy, but yeah, I was like, this is weird. But it is a good idea for a horror movie. I stand by that.
Yeah,
that's a good idea for a horror movie. We should probably wrap it up here shortly.
Yeah,
we're doing slightly shorty.
Yeah.
So we're filming sketches.
Yeah.
You see some sketches out there, dude. We're doing some shit. So just
don't be mad.
share it.
This is a shorty.
Share it. Give us ads so I can buy Blu-ray. Dude, I started buying Blu-rays. That's not good, man.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I really got to figure it out. Like, why am I buying Blu-ray DVD? Like,
why?
Cause
give me something.
Okay. I'll defend it a little bit.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm
Listen, I'm talking about like if you want to watch like movies, like classic movies, right? Like I'm out here. Even if something simple as like, it started because I wanted to watch a bunch of like the Kubrick movies, like Clockwork Orange, Barry Lyndon, Lolita, all that kind of stuff. You can't fucking stream them. Like they're not really available. Like it's a thing you think would be like on Netflix, but like you always have to pay like $4 or $5 just to like rent it. And I'm like, dude, I'm not paying $5 to watch a file.
Yeah.
Like I'll spend $15 and own a fucking thing. And be like, oh, that's my movie.
Yeah, got the art on it.
Yes, and I can. So I was like, I'm not doing this. Now, granted, I'm not buying things that I can stream.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah. So I started buying those, and I was like getting into like the Criterion collection.
Yeah.
And I was all in that. I've gone down a rabbit hole. I'm like, why am I just trying to buy shit, man?
Oh,
what's going on?
Because you kind of are a fancy man. Because you got a record collection,
dude. I think I'm addicted to collecting things, not buying things. Like I have to like collect things. Even as a kid, I collected shit like coins and fucking shells.
Oh yeah, that's a gene. Yeah.
What does that mean though? I feel like it means you're looking for control.
I think it is. It's like a thrill of having control. It's a thrill that you can put things in order and have things and knowing that everything is at home in a set looking nice. Yeah.
I don't know what it means, man.
Does this drive you nuts? Let's say you have your entire record collection and someone says, oh, can I borrow this? And then it's now the record is gone. Someone has borrowed it. Are you?
It would bother me.
Yeah, it would.
But not because I'm like, oh, it's missing from its space, but more be like, dude, am I gonna get that back?
Yeah.
Or do I have to buy another one?
Right.
Like, I don't like. Yeah, I only lend shit to people I'm like super close with.
I don't like books. I don't lend books.
I would lend a book to you.
No.
I would lend anything to you. But like, and same with like a couple friends and like brother.
Yeah, but here's the thing about books. All right, you lend someone a book. I'm gonna say percentage of them reading that book is 1%.
I think that you get to this point where you're like, okay, I would only lend thing to someone I know. right? So if you're like,
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
have
see
a
you.
book, and then you're like, I know who you are. I've sized you up as a person. You would be the kind. You'd be like, hey, I know you're not going to read this book.
Yeah.
So no. And I'd be like, okay, that's valid.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not lending things out to randos. Is what I'm saying. That's not happening.
Right. I don't. That's how I I think it startles people sometimes. They're like, oh, what? Because they expect you to be like, oh yeah, just bring it back to me. I'm like no. I don't know you well enough, and I got a feeling I'm never
Yeah.
gonna see this book again. And I like having it on my shelf. It looks right. You know?
Yeah, dude. So you're like me. You don't collect things. See, that doesn't get into it though. Cause like you have the same thing. You kind of like that order of like seeing it on a shelf.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like I'm addicted to having like I'm like paranoid about having physical copies of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I freaked out one time and I was like, dude, why? All these photos of my life that I think I have, like I don't. Like I
Yeah.
don't. Like think about where you'll be in 30 years. Are you gonna have this exact phone with all the files on it? Are you gonna have a cloud? Like don't you need something like physical to be like an archive of your life if you care about that kind of thing?
I don't.
Don't
give a shit.
You don't care about it? You don't care about having photos of you don't think that you're gonna get old and be like, I can't. Don't you look at an old photo and like it kind of makes you happy to be like, oh, that's cool. It's like nostalgia.
Yeah.
Or are you
it
just
does.
not that kind of guy?
Yeah, I was gonna double down on what I already said, but I am. But
You look like an old photo and you're like, man, that was tight.
if they were all gone, I wouldn't be. I'd be like it. It would bum me out that I couldn't look at it. And
But
say
that's
that
the
was
thing,
tight.
man. They could all be gone because we're just giving it to a fucking company.
Yeah, I just don't think
It's
it's all
just
that
out
tragic.
there in the invisible. So then I was like, oh, fuck. So I'll just start taking like film photos of stuff. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's kind of douchey, but I'll still do it every now and then. But then I'm like, I gotta have physical copies of like movies.
Yeah.
But then again, it's like, I'm not addicted to buying shit. I don't really buy anything other than like specific, like,
Yeah.
I'm not out there just like willy nilly. You know how much I have to want beef jerky to go to like a gas station and spend like the $8 on
Dude,
it? Do you know how fucking bad
Okay.
I have to want that beef jerky?
I'm the opposite. Every time I think, okay, for me, I like the thrill of spending money, and I do recognize this about myself.
I do too.
right? I used to be
Like
very,
when you buy like a MacBook or something.
No, not even. For me, it's not things like that. Like large expenditures, I feel I get kind of anxious about, and I think,
I do
"Oh,
too.
Can I afford this? But every time I go to a gas station, I buy snacks. I buy like a Monster Energy drink or something.
Yeah.
I buy a Slim Jim. I buy like a protein bar because it's for me. I like spending money because I think when I was younger and when I was a kid, you had no control over your money.
Yeah.
You didn't have any
Yeah,
money.
for sure.
And it was always like, save your money. You always need this money. And then it just felt like it was a finite resource. But now that I'm
Yeah.
a grown ass man and I work all the time, it's like I got all this money now. And then it's you taking control. You're like, everywhere you go, it's snacks. I don't gotta ask nobody.
Yeah.
Can I get a Slim Jim? Can I get a drink? I get it.
I get that feeling. I say it's the opposite for me. I don't do that with like gas station snacks because I usually regret that. I'm like, man, I shouldn't have done that. But like when I buy like a laptop, like basically something that I know, I'm like, man, this kind of sucks. I have to spend this much on this, but like I need this.
exciting,
Like this
yeah.
this is like a purchase
Yeah.
that has to be made. When that happens, dude, yeah, I went to the Apple store and I was like, I'll take it. And they like gave it to me. And I got excited. And I'm like, man, dude, I don't like that. I don't like that. Like I got titillated by spending money.
What was that from? Like, what was the thrill? If you could
Of
break
just
it down.
dropping down, like buying something nice, getting
Really?
adding something nice into your life. You know what I'm saying?
fair.
Like I don't get excited just by spending $1,000 on like a fucking air conditioner or something if that's what I was doing. But like, if it was like a guitar,
Yeah.
I'd be like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
There's like nothing better. That's a great feeling when like you drop money on something that's just purely for like your own joy.
Yeah.
That's the best feeling.
Right. So yeah, if you get it and you get that guitar and it just feels right,
You're like, this is good. I made a good purchase.
then you don't have the thrill of spending money because that's different. It's different.
You're
It's-
talking about the thrill being like, I know I shouldn't spend money on this, but I'm gonna.
I can buy. It's a control thing.
An
That's just
an impulse buy.
yeah. That's just, or even anything, man. Just buying stuff. Even if you just say I'm gonna go out and spend money. You
Impulse
just do it.
buys are fun. I would say the most fun, dude. One time I went to a record store like a year ago, and they had like this super rare, like Grateful Dead, crazy shit, and I was like, I'm buying this. I was like, I'm just gonna be.
How much was it?
Not even that bad, dude. It was like $70.
Okay.
70. Like that's enough to get me going. I know some people, that's the thing. Like I'm talking about like buying movies. I'm spending like $15-$20 at
Sure,
a time.
yeah.
But over time you're like, oh my God.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
so at the time it was like $70 on a record. Like
Right.
I usually don't buy records that are more than $20.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, I'm gonna buy this. And I did, and I was like, this is sick.
That's you exercising your control over your own life. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
so
you
it
wouldn't-
comes back.
you
You're
wouldn't-
right, dude.
yeah.
It all comes back to when it comes to money. If you have money issues, you have control issues.
Yes.
That's what it is. It's control.
Right. And that's kind of how I've been. That's something I've definitely realized is if I feel like I'm losing money, if like, okay, like one thing that'll trigger me, and I know it's not about the money is, all right, so I had a subscription to stamps.com. Okay. And they didn't cancel it. Complicated thing. A year later, I look at this one card and it's like been charging for an entire year. And I had called in. That drove me nuts. Just
Yeah.
knowing that my money was just like falling out of my bank account. And I've talked about something similar to this before, but that is just like, it was maybe like less than $200 over the course of a year. And I got it figured out. But the fact that I had called in and they were entirely in the wrong and money had just been like falling out of my bank account, it obviously pissed me off because I was just angry at them, but also the fear of losing control. The fear that I had lost. Like,
that you weren't in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
They were just taking it from. It's
Right.
like you got pickpocketed.
It did. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. So I think that's.
Spend your money wisely, I guess is the bottom line, right?
Or I think even don't have such a.
Don't have regret. If you're gonna
say
be
your thing, and then I'll say what my direction.
My thing is like, dude, if you're gonna be irresponsible, relish in being irresponsible.
Okay.
Like understand that you're being irresponsible for a moment and then be like, okay, now I
Oh,
got to go back to being, because you spend 95% of your life just being completely like, I'm not, you just don't buy everything you see. So when you finally are like, I'm splurging, I feel like you should relish it and be like, all right, this one time
Right.
I'm being a shithead. I'm buying something just for me. It's about boundaries, dude.
And once you've done it. You've been the shithead. So just enjoy that.
Enjoy it. You can't change it. It's over.
Yeah, my thing was just just because you have money and you feel like you have a tight grip on it doesn't mean you're in control. Far from.
Yeah. You're still slaving for a paycheck.
Yeah. And also, sometimes that money just goes away, man. Sometimes you invest a bunch in Bitcoin.
Sometimes you get
and
hit by a bus.
It's true.
Sometimes a Lime scooter clips you off a corner and then you get clipped by a car.
Yeah.
Didn't see that coming.
You don't have control.
Sometimes you knock over a candle and burn down your apartment building and then you're
You didn't have any,
on trial against the state of California.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck, I can't buy any Blu-rays now.
Yeah. Let's say you saved all that money. You were like, okay, let's say you had 40 G's in the bank, right? You have 40 G's in the bank and you think, I've got my nest egg. I've got control. Dude, clipped by a mega bust.
Clipped by a mega bus.
All your money's gone. You got to pay for all your medical bills and stuff.
Yeah, it's
you got
over.
No control. Have some fun because,
Can't take it with you.
don't get clipped by a mega bus.